The dream of the future, brought to reality by
Sensation Station Network.
East Point to Buckhead, College Park to Bankhead. Dopest sports talk show on the radio. You heard what I said. Mason, Eagle, highlights and big plays from the East Coast to the West Coast, from Oregon to Georgia State. Touchdowns and home runs, slam dunks and long run. Athletes and sports junkie. If you got the knowledge, come get you some. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Sound mad, get your team lost. Jerry Jones, cause I'm the ball. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Crush, Jack. Yeah, black on.
Woo, it's Tuesday, and it's 8 o'clock, and you're tuned in to the dopest sports show on radio. It's The Crush, right here on Sensation Station Network. And I'm your humble co-host, E. Glaze. I got my teammate today. He happy. We're talking QBs today, so
man,
give us some love, man.
One of my favorite subjects, my dude.
Make sure you heard what's happening, brother.
I'm good, brother. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, we got one of them shows, man, right beside us, man.
Hey, man.
It's a legend, man.
Hey, man, it's going to be good, man.
He already got people calling.
It's going to be good, man.
Telling him he need to be working right now out there in Periscope world.
That's what they're telling him.
Tell him, man. He need to be working.
He been working.
I know.
He gotta come spread. He gotta come spread the gospel.
It's 8 o'clock, man. What they want to do, man?
I mean, hey, man, they got lights out here, dog.
That's true.
They got lights out here, man.
That's true.
They got lights out here in these streets, man.
That's true, man. Hey, we got a great show for you guys. The Crush intro is brought to you by Urban Results. With Urban Results speak louder than words. Go find out more at www.urbanresults.biz or give them a call and place an order at 612-567-3263. All right, Tony must be in the building because, Macy, I think we got a call already.
Man, ever since we got this phone line sponsored by Scratch Batch Cakery.
Scratch Batch Cakery.
It's rolling.
Yes, sir.
Hey, caller, what you crushing on?
Oh, I'm just crushing on the show.
Mike, what's up,
Mike?
brother?
How about them Atlanta Braves?
Oh, man, oh, my God. Mike, we have a baseball segment tonight, and I'm going to go ham on them. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting, man.
My question, Mike, is how about them?
When will we get a win?
We gonna get one tonight, Mike?
Can we get Chipper to combat DH or something?
I don't think he want to come back.
Nah, he in the dugout 2 or 3 days a week. He might as well.
Wait a minute. He part-time?
Yeah, man. He an instructor.
So he just come around here now and then?
Hey, man. Terry Penton gave us a shout-out the other day.
Okay.
We was at the game, man. We're down the first base line. Right. Shout out to TP. I don't know, Mike, man. I'm just ready to get them guys to call.
Yeah, they gone to Cobb County.
Yeah, man. They going to be Glaze problem. I ain't worried about that.
Clogging up my traffic. I don't care how many lanes they put out there. They going to clog up my traffic.
Man, whatever.
Thank you, Mike, man.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Mike, man.
All right, there.
Man, see what number
man,
Mike
call 678-613-5857, man. It seems like the thing jumping today.
Hey, man.
Who's
sponsoring that hotline today, buddy?
Man, that Scratch Batch Cakery hotline.
They got a grand opening this weekend, ain't
Yeah, man. Friday, Saturday, man. 8 a.m., 7 p.m., man. Y'all need to go out there and see our people.
In Decatur.
In the deck.
We got a great show for you guys. We got a hot topic, man. Since we got quarterbacks in. Hey, also, Mason, we got another guest we're going to bring in, too.
Yeah, we'll bring him in a little while.
We'll bring him in a little while, too.
Yeah, he came to just check us out. See what we do. He work over there,
He hang out with
over there with Bo Bach.
He
He hang out with Bo Bach, man,
That's all
must be nice.
Once we got Bo on, we got him on.
Yeah, man.
AJ supposed to been on, but
Yeah, he had to work, man.
We
get him back. He'll be back next week.
We got the hot topic. We got the crushing interview with our man Tony Ballard. He's gonna be in. We got a lot to talk to him about. Trust us.
Man, we got a lot to talk to him about. I might keep him hostage.
Yeah, he might. Y'all might be really texting him in a few minutes.
Yeah.
The crush rundown. That's what I'm talking about today, boy. I actually found some good stories today.
There's some great stories out there, man.
Oh, we have brought it back. Last year it ended in October, and people in April is back. Maceo Talks Baseball is right back with us, man.
I might take me out to the ball game just to get y'all warmed up, get y'all ready, man. 7th inning stretch style.
And we got our man Dr. Kevin Dancy gonna stop in as well. We're gonna do maybe a little NBA talk, a little NCAA. We're gonna do it all, and then we'll finish up the crush recap. Stay with us, man. It was the Crusher intro brought to you by Urban Results. Go to urbanresults.biz or call them at 612-567-3263. Results speak louder than words. When we come back, hot topics.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang?
Hi, son.
Excuse me?
Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak
I'm here if you want to talk.
to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. I'll fly, boo.
And now when you buy Communicizer, you get the auto-tune attachment free. Sounds so hip-hop, your kids will want to talk to you for hours.
I used to have to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning, Shorty.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Communicizer is not available in stores because it doesn't exist. But that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt Us Kids, and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
This is Amar Batman Karen. You listen to The Crush, the only sports radio show that they're going to keep it real in the A on Sensation Station Network.
Hot topics.
Yeah, going to the hot topic brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancy. You being late on. If your smile isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Dr. Kevin Dancy has been practicing dentistry for 15 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. His office is located at 3752 Cascade Road, Suite 190. Complete family dentistry with everything in one office. Call and make an appointment. 678-836-2118. 678-836-2118. Guys, since we do have the quarterback, so first of all, let's do a quick. What's up, Coach?
How you doing?
Because you coach, you coach.
I'm a coach, yeah. You coach, I always coach.
And what up with us, man? That man Shay's in the building. What's happening, bro?
What's up?
What's up, man? Hot topic today, guys. I want to just talk about it. Quarterbacks going into the draft. And let's talk about it. Because I got to admit, there ain't really that many that I know of. So I'm going to need these quarterback gurus to help me out. Who do you guys, if you had to pick, if you had the first pick, who would you guys go with out of this quarterback class?
Coach, you the man. We're going to let you go first, Coach.
I believe in the most ready guy, pro ready. I'm going to take Connor Cook out of Michigan State.
Okay. Why? What is the fascination with Jared Goff?
Well, I just believe based on his size, he comes out of spread offense. I mean, he's very mobile. But based on my objective of what a quarterback needs to look at that level, I believe in pro ready. Can he do things under center, 3-5-step drop? How well can he read a defense under center? Waggles and boots and things of that nature, whatever, getting out on the edge. I just believe that kid is the most ready guy, and let's not get it twisted. Michigan State does believe in bringing developing quarterbacks.
Yeah. And Coach, I'm going to go with you. I think today, if I got a team and I need to throw somebody in, Connor Cook.
Yeah.
Because he runs, he's under center all the time. The biggest problem a lot of these spread guys always have, you have to teach them to play the game again under the center. They hadn't been under center in so long. And that's just regular taking a snap. They have to practice that.
I think that ultimately I believe in that it's so easy to transform from under center to spread versus in the spread down the center.
Go back under center.
Because remember this, in the spread, you very rarely turn your back to the defense, meaning that it looks one way versus when you turn back another way, it's something else. I believe in just straight traditional 3- and 5-step drop or even 7, so be it. But at the same token, I believe in that what you see after the play has developed is a whole different ball game after that.
Shay, what you think on this, man?
I actually agree with Connor Cook. That's a good decision. That's a good suggestion. I'm not really too wild on any of these quarterbacks going number 1. But if I guess I have to go with Carson Wentz. I'd say Carson Wentz is the best out of all of them. I'm not really crazy about any of these quarterbacks. Connor Cook's is a good quarterback, yes, but I'm still like questioning why wasn't he the captain of Michigan State?
Well,
if you're a quarterback, why weren't you the captain?
Just because you're not the quarterback don't mean that you can't play. I do believe in that if you can play, they'll find you anywhere. I mean, a lot of these kids do want to go to SEC, ACC, or big-time football. But at the same token, if your skill set is ready for the next level, you will play. They're going to find you no matter what. With that being said, I still don't think that Connor Wentz has been tested playing coming from North Dakota, meaning in terms of physical, playing in Big Ten football or playing in big-time football. I just honestly believe that Connor Cook is the guy that's most ready right now, and you can't go wrong with the guy that has come out of that system out of Michigan State. Because, like I said, look at the quarterbacks that have been developed out of that system.
I always worry about quarterbacks who played in the dome. And with Wentz, he hadn't played in, he's always inside. They do play some outdoor games, but for the most part, he does everything indoors. And he may go to Cleveland, where the weather is going to be terrible. Wind, how strong is his arm? We don't really know because we haven't seen it.
Is anybody a top 10 worthy pick?
Top 10 worthy pick.
Somebody's going top 10.
Obviously, somebody's got to go because they're Cleveland needs a quarterback.
Yeah, that's a terrible team.
Everybody's a hit or miss. Let's make sure we understand that. It doesn't matter if you're the first pick in the draft or you're the last pick in the draft. Everybody's a gamble. You're gonna have you're gonna gamble. Nobody says that 100% that this kid is gonna pan out or this kid is gonna pan out. But in terms of what my belief is, and it doesn't make it right, it doesn't make it wrong. I just honestly believe that number one, that if we're talking about pro ready, and if this guy's been the starter for X amount of years at Michigan State, okay, obviously the guy that I'm probably going to basically invest in that type of money, I'm probably going to go at Connor Cook. No question.
Since you're talking about pro style, how do you feel about Christian Hackenberg, who played under Bill O'Brien his freshman year, played very well, but didn't really replicate that?
Well, here's the deal. Again, my theory now goes to what I'm saying in terms of the quarterback that has played in the spread versus the pro under center. Think about when Christian was a freshman at Penn State, right?
Yeah.
All right. He was all this and all that. He was projected to be the guy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Franklin comes in with that crazy system, a la Vanderbilt, and look, I think the kid's skills diminished.
He regressed.
I saw that kid firsthand this summer out in Oregon in the Elite 11, where they bring in former Elite 11 guys in, and not only is he big, he can flat out throw the ball vertically down the field. Let's make sure we understand that.
What you have to do in the NFL?
You got to throw the ball vertically down the field. There's no ifs, no ands, no nothing about it. That kid right there, I honestly believe, to be very honest, he might be my third pick. He might be my third quarterback chosen based on his skill set and what he has done up until this point. I think he diminished a little bit based on the Franklin system, but everybody knew that. They don't think that was right for him.
Real quick before we go to break, what you think about Paxton Lynch?
The kid out of Memphis.
Yeah.
Big kid,
6'7".
Yeah. Big kid, big arm, but still, I don't think that he's done enough in my eyes to be worthy of a first or second round pick. In my opinion, I think he'll be
develop. Has to develop.
I believe in development. We talked about that before the show, and I'm a fond believer in development. He still hasn't shown me. And Memphis was hot.
Yeah, they were.
He did some great things with Memphis, but I think that when it ultimately showed, look what Cincinnati and those guys did to him in the end.
When he played bigger competition.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
When the dust settles.
Yeah.
Can you really? I believe in this. My honest believing. Are you skills and drills? Or are you for real? The skills and drills happen in the beginning. The for real is when the big boys and the bullets are flying. And I think he finally came down to reality.
I got to write that one down.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one. I'm about to borrow that one, Coach.
Coach, we're gonna probably drop some more in, but for right now we're gonna go to our break and we're going to our interview with you right now. But good hot topic, guys. I'm glad to hear that from the quarterback coach, because it's in 2 weeks, man. Somebody got to make a decision. Somebody. Will it be the Cowboys? No.
Bust out. Romo good for about 4 more, baby. Let go, Romo.
4 more games.
They better draft one.
Hot topic that was brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancer. Man, go check him out. He's in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. Been doing this for 15 years. Complete family dentistry, everything you need in one office. Call and make an appointment. 678-836-2118. When we come back, man, we're going into our Crush and interview with Tony. Stay with us. It's the Crush.
50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang?
Hi, son.
Excuse me?
Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak,
I'm here if you want to talk,
to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. I'm fly, boo.
And now when you buy Communicizer, you get the auto-tune attachment free. Sounds so hip-hop, your kids will want to talk to you for hours.
I used to have to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning, short. Hey.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Communicizer is not available in stores because it doesn't exist. But that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Adopt Us Kids and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
This is Ballard from the Ohio State. I'm kicking with the Crush on Sensation Station Network.
To our crushing interview today with our man Tony Ballard. Hey, Maceo, do the proper introduction, man.
Man, coming to the microphone, man. One of the best quarterback gurus out here in these streets, man. Hustle Inc. Quarterback Academy, man. In his spare time, he lend his talents to Elite 11, man. Y'all see the series when it comes out, man. He works with some of the best kids out here, man. Coach Tony Ballard is in the building. What's up, Coach?
Hey, how you doing, brother? I appreciate it.
Hey, man. What's up, Coach?
Another day.
Hey. People say you need to be working, but, hey.
I am working.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am working.
So, go ahead, Glaze. No, you go ahead, Glaze, because, I'm going to bombard him with the
What's
questions.
the deal with the love for the QB, man? What made you get into this, want to just become this quarterback guru?
About the fundamentals.
Yeah.
I think that you can never go wrong with the fundamentals. I think the fundamentals, not only just in football, but just in life, are what keeps you going. Mm-hmm. And I honestly believe in children. I was working with kids when I was a kid, from the Boys and Girls Club and things of that nature, whatever. I just believe that it's just the ultimate way of football. Nothing revolves around football without a quarterback.
Mm. So, Coach, my first question that we always get all the time, why do you think people always want to play quarterback?
It's what they see on television.
Mm-hmm.
It's about leadership, and I think that when you want to become a leader, I think that the quarterback position is ultimately that position. Everybody thinks they can do it, but not everybody is prepared to put in the work or the physical part to be able to play that position. I really do believe that this position is more mental than physical.
All the time. All the time.
There's no question about it. I think that it's 80% mental and it's 20% physical. Now, don't get it twisted. You still got to have the tools to be able to play. But at the end of the day, when the pressure is on and you are not mentally strong and you throw a pick, you could potentially throw 5 more before you can mentally get back on track.
Boy. And then to go downhill.
Absolutely.
So when kids come to your camp, what is some of the first things that you like to work on them with?
Footwork. I believe in building from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
I think footwork is the most important thing. You can have kids that can throw the ball from here to the Chattahoochee River, but if they don't know how to control it, they don't know how to put themselves in position to make those throws, we're going to have a problem.
You know what's funny, Coach, and it's funny you say that. Whenever I would start my drills, and they were like, when are we gonna throw? Like, it's gonna be a long time before we throw, because you got to get this part. If you can never get your feet, your shoulder, if you can't get your body in position to properly throw the football, it don't matter how strong your arm is, like you just said.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The other thing that I kind of put very close to the footwork is the mentality of the kid, of the young man. What do I mean by that? How disciplined the young man is. What's the desire and the will to want to do this? Things of that nature, as well as the fact of how good is he in the classroom. That's a key, and I think the majority of the kids that I work with, I required a 3.5. And the reason why I required a 3.5 because you have what they call options. And as long as you don't leave no stone unturned, you're going to be able to play football somewhere, whether it's big-time football, mid-major, Division I, Division II, III, whatever it may be, or even Ivy League schools. If you have the grades and you have the skill set, then I could put you in pretty much any school there is.
Oh, got a question, man?
Well, so for quarterbacks like Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tom Brady, you're saying 80% mental, 20% physical. Guys like Fitzpatrick who has limitations, guys like Brady who had limitations. Was it just their mental that got them through that, and then it shows that you don't have to be supremely gifted like Jamarcus Russell, have like a laser rocket arm?
I really don't believe that those guys are shortchanged. Those two guys, Fitzpatrick and Tom Brady. Obviously, the reason why, because they understand the game of football. I think that right there can propel you over anything. Understand the game of football. I think that Fitzpatrick is being able to show, yeah, he may be limited to a certain extent, but he's getting it done. That's the bottom line at the next level. Can you get it done? Obviously, Tom Brady's in a class of his own in terms of what he has done, but at the same token, the trust factor and being able to put pieces around those guys. Look what the Jets were able to do with Fitzpatrick. They weren't able to do that a while back, especially not with Sanchez. Let's not get that twisted. I think Fitzpatrick is a couple steps above him.
Well, Sanchez.
But when you go to Tom Brady, I think that giving him the opportunity to be able to do what he needs to do, the proof is in the pudding what he can do. And I'm a Denver Bronco fan. So I'm a huge Bronco fan to the core. To the core. And I never say I don't like Tom Brady, but I'm going to give him his props. I do believe ultimately he is the best to ever play this position.
Thank you. I'm a Patriots fan, so.
Period.
You just feeling it.
But let's not get it twisted. You as good as your last game.
Oh,
Bim. So, Coach, here we go. You talked about the GPA. I always believed in this while I was coaching. If you're not a good student in the classroom, you will not be a good quarterback. I truly believe that.
That's the truth. I mean, if you're not good in the classroom, obviously you're not going to be able to get out in the field and showcase your talent. There is nobody who's been ineligible, been able to be eligible to play on Friday nights or Saturday afternoon or whatever it may be. So
you put it like that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're right. You're absolutely right. I think the classroom part of football in terms of academic wise is a key, because nobody wants the guy to be the leader who barely is passing classes, or they have to basically make sure he goes to class.
You can't trust him.
Right. No,
you can't trust him.
Absolutely,
you can't trust him.
So if I'm a quarterback coach or offensive coordinator, high school or college coach, I'm definitely going to look deep into who it is that I want to be the face of my college program.
So I used to tell kids all the time, your time at quarterback, it's almost like I almost likened it to like presidential. Like your term.
Absolutely.
What are you gonna do with your term?
Absolutely. That's the key. I think I could use that too. In terms of the term. But at the same token, there are 4 things that I talk about in quarterback. You pass the eye test, okay, that's all fine. You got film, that's okay. But let's talk about these other ones. Let's talk about character. Let's talk about what you do in the classroom. Show me these grades, because at the end of the day, we talk about trust, right? So I can't hold your hand to go to class. Your mama and daddy can't wake you up to go to class. Do I have the ability to trust you in terms of whether or not you're going to do the things on the field and off the field that is right? So I believe in definitely those academics. There's no question. No question.
Well, some of y'all who are listening have just turned us off because that 2.10 is not going to work for you.
He can't be the quarterback.
So.
Well, people don't. I think, you know what? The reality of it is that I think in terms of guys who have been successful in high school as well as college and went on to get degrees, they've done the right things early.
Yeah, you can tell. Hey, man, when we come back, we still got more with Coach Tony Ballard. Stay with us. It's The Crush.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined.
Physically and mentally tough. Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Can I have a price check on aisle... ma'am?
Yeah.
Don't look down, but there's a giant python wrapped around your leg.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's probably nothing.
Nothing? Shouldn't I don't know, like, call someone?
No, I don't have the time. I'm late as it is. If it keeps up, I'll have it looked at.
Are you sure? That's a pretty big snake.
No, I'm fine. Thank you, though. You're very sweet.
You wouldn't ignore this, so why ignore the signs of a stroke? If you or someone you know suddenly experiences numbness of the face, arm, or leg, or sudden trouble speaking, seeing, or walking, don't wait to get help. Call 911 right away, because time lost is brain lost. To find out more, visit www.strokeassociation.org or call 1-888-4-STROKE. This message brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
It takes 12 years to create a graduate. It takes about the same time to create a dropout. And at the end of the day, the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be you. So United Way is asking you to make a pledge. Tutor a child who needs help. Mentor a kid who needs someone on their side. Volunteer to read to children. Because when a child advances, we all advance. Be a reader, tutor, or mentor. Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Take the pledge now at liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is Cecilia Tolbert, mother of fullback Mike Tolbert, and you listen to the Crush Radio on Sensation Station Network.
We're still going in right now in our question interview with our man Tony Ballard. So, Coach, one of the questions I want to ask, we talked about a little bit during the break, when do you have that point of when you say, hey, man, these kids, I don't want to get too many kids out here. I want to be able to develop. And do you have like a cutoff point? Because, I always be concerned when I see camps when they got 2-3 coaches and 70, 80 kids. And I'm like, my kid ain't going to learn nothing out there. He's just a part of he's a check now. When do you get to the point where you're like, I need this, I can work with these many kids, and how many kids do you try to work with during a period of time?
Well, individually, I keep it under 20.
Okay.
I mean, I do. I mean, I think when people invest their time and energy and their money into you, I think they solely want you to be some sort of that true mentor, coach, et cetera, for their children.
Right.
And I think ultimately you can't do that with 50, 60, 70 kids. I think some parents would say, I'm getting twisted. I'm getting some sort of shortchange or whatever it may be. I do travel. I've got kids in New Jersey or Carolinas, Oklahoma, and I try to keep it limited because I want to see these kids develop.
Right.
And you want to see what it is that you're teaching them that they translate onto Friday night or Saturday afternoons and things of that nature.
So with these kids you work with, Coach, so once their season starts, like say your high school guy, are you able to like get their film and just kind of look at it and then maybe call them and let them know,
Absolutely. And most of these parents and kids probably will call you before you can call them.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of that, because
I bet huddle's a great thing for you.
It's a great thing. the eye in the sky never lies.
Oh my goodness.
A kid could sit up here and tell you anything, but when you see the film, you say, now, did that really make sense what you just told me based on what I just saw on film? So, I mean, you try to keep it limited, and you want to make sure you have as much dialogue as you can with the kids that you deal with, whether it's, training or some type of mentorship or things of that nature. So I try to keep it real limited, to be very honest.
And we gotta kill this theory. People, all my quarterbacks think I was crazy about this. How important are these play fakes, run fakes? When after you hand off the ball, you have to do it every time. Just talk about how important that is in quarterback.
So we're talking about, maybe running ISO, carrying it out, or waggle, carrying it out. I think it's important because I try to tell my guys that you're responsible for 3 guys backside, which is the outside backer in the corner. I think that when guys are, let's say your offensive coordinator is basically calling a play, obviously there's somebody watching the other side of the ball to see what they do. That's how you set up the next play. And I think that what you do after you've handed the ball off means more than what you do when you hand the ball off. That's just my opinion. I just honestly believe in that.
I don't think I was crazy. Cause we got a phone call. Caller, what's your question on? Hey, caller.
Hello.
Caller, what's your question on?
Hello.
They might not be crushing. Caller.
Hello.
They must be listening. We'll see if we can bring them back. Yeah. Bring them back.
Yeah. So let me ask this: when you quarterback, when you have these coaches, how do you balance to make sure that when they with their high school coaches or wherever that is, they're not totally? Because I can see a high school coach be like,
"Who is this guy?"
Yeah, I'm telling him one thing, but he say, "Coach Ballard didn't tell me this." How do you balance that and try to get the kids to understand you still got to be coached by these guys when they come out there?
Knock on wood, that ain't never happened to me.
Really?
And the reason why is because I believe in building a relationship with the high school coach.
Gotcha.
I think that's just to make sure that we're not against each other. We're in business of helping this kid.
Okay.
I think that I help this young man outside of what they can provide because they only have so many time, so many hours to work with this kid. Yeah. So if I could build that relationship with that coach and try to get them to understand that who I am, then at the same token, then that's beneficial for all of us.
That's cool, and that's a good thing to play. Because I was going to say, I'm sure I haven't heard it either, but I can see how that could be. A kid. Hey man, my coach that I trained with all year say, my steps need to be this when I do this. So that's good. Relationships are big.
But also too, what you try to make sure you get a clear understanding of the kid is, I can't put you on the field on Friday night or Saturday afternoon. So let's make sure we understand that. You never go in and say what Tony Ballard said. You go in and you say, okay, if that's what you want me to do, then I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. Gotcha. And then the kid brings it back to me and say, hey, coach, this is what my coach is actually asking me to do. Well, let's try it. Let's try it. I believe in what makes sense. What makes sense, if I'm going to go against that coach, then I'm going to have some problems. Right. And I don't need those.
Okay. Now, Coach, let's talk about pro style versus spread, and just we kind of touched on it earlier. Just the different skill set it takes for a quarterback, dropping back versus you catch and throw.
Anybody can catch and throw because I believe in the spread. Let's talk about the spread. The spread is probably identifying one defender who you're going to throw the ball off of, whether it's the flat defender or where we're reading off of, we high-low in the mic or something of nature, or basically we running some sort of verticals and we're reading the safety. That's all fine and dandy. But like I said, the difference of being able to be patient, that's the key. Patient under center in terms of reading coverages. That coverage is going to change when at the pre, at the post, and on your last step. It's going to change. That's the key of being able to be patient and watch the play develop and trust in your eyes. That's the key. And I think that kids who don't develop right pro style don't trust their eyes, and there's no anticipation.
We're gonna focus on that when we come back. I know we got a caller, but we're about to go to break, right? So when we come back, I want to, because me coaching defense, I hate to say it, the spread patience is key because these kids get so antsy back there because you don't have to drop, you don't have to do anything, and they try to read real quick. Sometimes that helps when you blitz, you got to get there pretty quick. But anyway, we're going to talk about that because that was my question. You stole it from me about the spread versus the drop back in the pro offense. So we still got Coach Tony in here, man. We got a lot to talk about. We got a caller when we come back. Stay with us, man. It's The Crush.
Thanks
for asking, but I'd rather not send you nude pictures. I'm camera shy. I already said no. Under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush on SSNATL.com.
Thank you, sir.
We're back. Hey, before we keep up this interview with Coach, man, make sure we got to call him, man.
Hey, man, on the scratch batch cakery line. Caller, what you crushing on?
How is your boy? It's your boy Atwell.
Atwell, what's up, brother?
Atwell's in the building.
Cracking. Coach, I'm loving the words. God bless your heart.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're so welcome. Mr. Maceo, is very happy with my boy Mariota. Thank you very much.
Well, hey, again, you said that he would be better than Jameis in year one. I told you that wasn't going to happen.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think Tennessee's complaining about a 63% completion percentage, his touchdown to interception ratio, which Winston really ain't improved on. That's another story. Now, going back to the earlier aspect of your show.
Yes, sir.
There is, in my opinion, there is no top 15 quarterback, but we're going to, based on need, we're going to see somebody get forced. If I had to rank the quarterbacks in this draft, in my personal opinion, I agree with Cook. I like Brissett. And if I had to reach, I would take Paxton Lynch. Here's why. In terms of the raw experiment, getting back to the post I put up earlier, Goff in 3 years never beat Stanford, USC, UCLA, and Oregon. I'm sorry. In 3 years as a starter, I need one of those teams to get beat. He ain't got no clutch. He ain't got no clutch.
So he's just rolling down the street with no clutch right
now. Not only that, I'm telling you right now, Jared Goff is fool's gold. He is Bledsoe's without the Parcells to light a fire in his tail, because ain't no Parcells in this league to coach him like that.
Hey, man.
In my opinion.
Atwell, we love that, bro.
Appreciate that fire, Atwell.
Love
Appreciate
that, Atwell.
you, man.
All day and day.
Thank you, brother. Hey, man, that was cool right there. That's a good point.
Hey, man. Hey.
That's a good point.
And it was so funny because me and Atwell, he just thought Jameis Winston was going to stink it up. I'm like, how can you even think that? Mm-hmm. He was ready from the word go.
What do you think about Jameis?
I like him. Mm-hmm. On the field. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. You know, he's done some dumb, immature things. Right. But on field, come on.
He's stood.
I mean, it just again, I talk about the most pro-ready guy coming out of a system with Jimbo Fisher. It doesn't get any better than that, in my opinion.
Go back to what Mason was talking about with the spread, and you get these kids, and do you still, how can I ask this question, still work on the fundamentals even though they were playing in a high school spread type offense?
You ask any quarterback that I deal with, they'll tell you we work under center. Interesting. Under center, we work 3-5-7. We work waggle boot. We work throwing on the run from up under center. We do. I mean, you can't get wrong with the fundamentals. That's why these guys are ready. Speaking of just any of these guys, whether it's Jared Garantano who's going to New Jersey, even though he's coming out of a spread offense at Bergen Catholic, he's going to Tennessee. He can play under center. I mean, you think about Logan Burr who's at UNC, same thing. Austin Kendall who's at Oklahoma, same thing. Jacoby Myers who's coming from right out of what's the school, Mountain something down in South Georgia, who's at NC State right now. I mean, he can play under center. And then the biggest one of them all, you know, is Davis Mills. Davis Mills is a pro-style quarterback out of GAC who's going to Stanford. And everybody's going to see what his skill set is. You know, and I just believe that no way, no shape or form. And I can go a little further with Tommy DeVito, who's at Don Bosco, who plays under center, who is a pro style quarterback who's going to do well wherever his choice is in terms of where he's going to go to college. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Hey, see? We try to tell him, man.
That's why I got him up in.
Hey, man. Stay with us, man. We'll be right back. It's The Crush.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang?
Hi, son. Excuse me?
Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak,
I'm here if you want to talk,
to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. I'll fly, boo.
And now when you buy Communicizer, you get the auto-tune attachment free. Sounds so hip-hop, your kids will want to talk to you for hours.
I used to have to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning, shorty.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Communicizer is not available in stores because it doesn't exist. But that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt Us Kids, and the Ad Council.
Do you have student loans and are worried about making your payments? Stop worrying. Now, Direct Student Aid can help you if you are behind, if you are late, or even if you are in default on your student loans. We can help cut your payments fast. We provide student loan relief, getting you relief from your student loans right away. We will stop any harassing phone calls, stop any wage garnishments, and even remove any tax liens. No matter how much you owe or how far behind you are with payments, call our established Direct Student Aid toll-free assistance line right now. We can fix your student loan problems guaranteed. That's right, we guarantee we will get your student loan out of default and cut your payments right away. We have helped thousands of people just like you fix their student loans. Best of all, it's 100% guaranteed. Don't go another day with your loans behind or in default. Our specialists are waiting for your call. Call 866-855-6516. That's 866-855-6516. Again, call 866-855-6516. That's 866-855-6516.
You do your thing, all right? Don't be nervous, okay? It's easy.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I say that to say this. If you wouldn't have did what you would have did, then we wouldn't have been where we was at to get what we got.
That just don't make no sense, dog.
It's The Crush on SSNATL.com.
Hey, man, we're still here doing our thing. We in the Crushing interview with our man, Tony Ballard. Hey, so, Coach, man. Hey, man, so go ahead, man. I got a lot of questions, too, man. I know this your day. I'm going to be quiet for a second, man. Go ahead, man.
So, Coach, how important is this classroom work, film watching with these quarterbacks?
Very important. You take film away, what do you have? You take film away, what do you have? How can you look at the pros and cons? How can you mentally get better and basically reevaluate what you have done?
Right.
I love it. I love it.
If you're a high school quarterback or a college quarterback that think you don't have to watch film, you're probably not going to be successful.
Man.
I know 4 guys that are sitting right here in the Atlanta area, high school quarterbacks that are as good as they come. I mean, and the 2017 class is just absolutely loaded with quarterbacks. I mean, you can start wherever you want to start, whether it's Jake Fromm down in Houston County, Davis Mills at GAC, my man Chase Bryce over at Grayson High School, who's committed to Clemson. Bailey Hockman, who's over at McEachern. Then you go as far as to say, don't sleep on Ryan Glove over at Woodward High School, Woodward Academy. I think he's probably one of the most underrated guys that's sitting in that class that has the potential to play at a high level. But we go back to those academics. This kid is a high academic kid, and he'll play at a high academic university.
Wow.
It doesn't get any better than that.
What you got, Shay?
When you were mentioning about spread quarterbacks and that you play them under center, with so many universities that use a spread system, you got few of them that use a pro style. You got Alabama, Georgia that use a pro style, but with quarterbacks who use a spread system, you think it's hindering the development of quarterbacks for the next level?
Sometimes I do believe that, and I believe that the spread makes you get lazy. whether your heels at 5 or 4, whatever high school coaches go at, I think it makes you lazy. And I see this all the times in terms of quarterbacks, especially when, we did the Elite 11 in Atlanta. A lot of guys did not understand how to get under center. Base was too wide. They really had false steps, things of that nature. I just think that it makes you lazy. And all you got to do is, if you're a student of the game, just go and watch a kid under center versus in the gun. It'll tell you a lot more than you can imagine.
So when you develop these quarterbacks and you get a chance to review film, do you ever sometimes be like, okay, he gets it? Do you enjoy sometimes the work that you do with these kids and some of the work that you're doing with them and seeing it on film with them?
Absolutely. When you see, like I was telling you guys earlier, you try to keep a handful of these guys that you want to really work with, because you want to see if the things that you're teaching them is transitioning into Friday night or Saturday afternoon, whatever it may be. And when you see that, it's like beauty. It's like, man, I'm in love with it because of the fact that you see that they're putting them whole self in, whether it's mentally, physically, socially, or emotionally, and they're doing the things that you're asking them to do, and they're trusting you. That's the ultimate goal, that they're trusting you as their coach to be able to go out there and perform those duties that you need them to do. I think that's the ultimate goal right there. That's the ultimate rush, if that makes sense.
So, looking at Deshaun Watson, what do you think about Deshaun
I love him. I admit, dude. I'm so pissed off at Georgia. How does Georgia let that lead? That's a horse of a different color.
We not even.
We
talk about that so much.
I mean, but I picked Deshaun last spring to be number one, to be the Heisman guy. He won it. I'm a huge Florida State fan. Obviously, I had to, pride is the biggest downfall of man, so I went with Florida State, which Clemson, you see what they did to him. But one thing I love Deshaun's game. I think that if you're a high school quarterback and you really want to do it the right way on and off the field,
look at him.
Man, that's the mirror. That's the image.
Look at 4.
Yeah. I mean, just look what he does. I mean, his character alone and the spirit about him, because I was around him as well at the Elite 11 in Oregon, and he's just an ultimately great young man, and the proof is in the pudding what he can do. So, I mean, he will probably be let me take that back. Yeah. He will be the number 1 quarterback chosen next year in next year's draft. That's number 1. Number 2, could they get back to a ACC championship game? Yes. Yeah. National championship game? Probably so. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of things got to happen. A lot of faith, a lot of luck, right time, right situation. Mm-hmm. But I think that in my eyes, he's the front runner no matter what for the Heisman again, Player of the Year, whatever you want to call it, and he would do well at Clemson again.
That's what's up, man. We got one more minute, Coach. Real quick, how do you prevent, and what do you work on with kids to make sure they don't get lazy with their? Because is it fatigue, mental, all of that gets them to that point where you can see the arm dropping a little bit, the footwork's not there, the velocity might, just the looking down the field, they get the quick pass instead of reading the way they're supposed to.
I think film is the key. Mm-hmm. Being able to show them what you're trying to explain to them that they're doing right or doing wrong. I think kids visualize those things now, and that's how a lot of kids work. When you're able to show those kids what you're trying to tell them, I think that's ultimately it. But at the same token, I'm a teacher. Anybody can get out here and throw a football.
Oh yeah.
We can throw 900 footballs, but can you teach that kid the things that you need him to do?
Hey man.
Ooh, I'm saving. I got 3 bangers.
All right, man.
I'm gonna hit Coach with when we come
That's what
back.
we got the rundown for. Stay with us, man. We'll be doing the Crush Rundown, brought to you by Parish Capital when we come back. Stay with us.
Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah. Street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Do you have student loans and are worried about making your payments? Stop worrying. Now, Direct Student Aid can help you if you are behind, if you are late, or even if you are in default on your student loans. We can help cut your payments fast. We provide student loan relief, getting you relief from your student loans right away. We will stop any harassing phone calls, stop any wage garnishments, and even remove any tax liens. No matter how much you owe or how far behind you are with payments, call our established direct student aid toll-free assistance line right now. We can fix your student loan problems guaranteed. That's right. We guarantee we will get your student loan out of default and cut your payments right away. We have helped thousands of people just like you fix their student loans. Best of all, it's 100% guaranteed. Don't go another day with your loans behind or in default. Our specialists are waiting for your call. Call 866-855-6516. That's 866-855-6516. Again, call 866-855-6516. That's 866-855-6516.
Hey, this is Teddy Parrish, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
Going to the Crush Rundown, brought to you by Parish Capital. At Parish Capital, we can help you achieve your financial goals by providing high-quality advisory services and making smart investment decisions. Go to Parish Capital. That's PARRISH Capital with an A.com for more information. We're going into it. We still got our man, Coach Tony Ballard, in the building. Maceo, which one of your top questions, man?
Oh, okay. Here we go, Coach. So, my first question. With all the 7-on-7s that we have going on, these kids throw all summer, talk about the importance of icing that elbow and that shoulder, Coach.
You're talking about rest.
Yes.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate on that one.
Okay.
And that is because I have a 7-on-7 team. Fundamentally Sound Sports, nonprofit organization. Shouts out to Paul Smith and Chelsea Smith. They're the actual owners of the entire Fundamentally Sound Sports. We just run 7-on-7 out of it. But we're fortunate enough to have some very talented kids. Is that ice in the elbow important? Absolutely. But at the same token, we do 7-on-7. We don't just play with one quarterback because of that nature. Because what we try to do is we want to make sure we have the right relationship with high school coaches, because we know that high school coaches are really questioning what happens at 7-on-7. And one of the steps that we try to take with 7-on-7 is letting multiple quarterbacks throw. And we're fortunate enough to be as good as we are in 7-on-7, but at the same token, we kind of use 7-on-7 as a platform to get the kids to college. The kids may not have an opportunity to go visit a Tennessee, a Georgia, a Florida, a Miami, or whatever it may be. So that's what we do. So ultimately, we try to keep our guys fresh, because we know ultimately starting in May, spring football is going to come, or they're doing things with their high schools, in terms of their all-season conditioning and things of that nature. So it is important, if that answers your question, in terms of the rest and things of that nature.
So you're a proponent, you like 7-on-7 camps and all of that?
I wasn't. 2 years ago, I wasn't. I was the type of guy like, what is 7-on-7 really all about? But I was fortunate enough to be around guys like Steve Mills, Willie Clay, Ray Buchanan, big play Ray Buchanan, Stacey Bailey, guys like that we all do off-season training, whatever position it may be. And we just decided at that time that let's try it. So they knew DBs, they knew receivers, I knew quarterback, and we just basically brought in some of the elite, and that's in Georgia, whether it goes down to Balin Buchanan or Chad Clay or guys of that nature that we brought in, and Miko Hardiman, guys like that who's going to Georgia. We brought some talent in, and we were fortunate in our first year to place 10th in the country. Out of 300-plus teams, 10th in the country last year. And those guys laid the foundation for what it is that we're doing. And so my big ups to that. But at the end of the day, to answer your question, 7-on-7 is exciting. But at the same token, 7-on-7 also, people think it's 7-on-7. We're actually developing players as well. We're teaching. And it's just not about the game of 7-on-7. We're getting them ready for Friday night.
Hold on, Coach. We got a call. I think it's probably for you. Caller, what's your question on?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, caller.
To talk to Coach Tony.
He's right here.
Coach Tony.
What's going on?
How you doing? My name's Reggie.
Who?
Reggie.
Reggie.
DeVito, is that you?
Yes, sir.
I'm about to tell y'all off the show what that really is.
Okay.
How you doing, Tom?
Good.
Good.
I just want you to be able to answer the question, how you feel the recruiting process has changed over the years from back when you were recruited.
Well, that's a great question.
Man, there used to be a time when the college coaches got out to see you.
Ooh.
There was no huddle. There was none of these camps.
You
Matter of fact, there was no personal trainer.
No, you had to box up that VHS tape.
What?
And put that in the mail. Yeah.
Now it's to a point where I think high school coaches feel it's not necessary to get you recruited, meaning they don't have to go out on a ledge for you, because now you have Rivals, Elite 11, 247, those scouting services that they set up camps, and that actually to some degree gets those get you out per se to the public or get you exposure to a certain extent. But at the same token, the earlier you can get on the field, the better off you're going to be. That's what the recruiting process has really turned in, because now you look at it, there's so many young kids getting offers at such an early age and may have played 1 year football or a high school football or may have not played. So the recruiting game has changed tremendously. So to answer your question, I mean, it's going through the roof, and I think it's going to go even further. But the good thing about it too, and that is the satellite camps are gone.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the question. We appreciate
you, Reggie.
Thanks for calling the Crush, man.
Thank you, sir.
Coach, quarterback mind, Coach. I don't forget nothing, though.
Yeah. So, Coach, what do you think about early offers to kids who may be at a young age? I think they're getting younger and younger. You know a kid that's 8th grade and things of that nature. What do you think about that? Does that put too much pressure on the kid?
No. It depends on who the kid is.
Okay.
I think that, no, I don't think it's too early to offer a kid, because let's remember, nothing is committable until you sign that letter.
Until you sign that letter of intent.
Right.
And people don't understand that, Coach.
Yeah.
People don't. I can offer up to 150 kids.
Yeah.
All I want, I can offer as many kids as I want. By the time they pan out, now I got my 25 I may want by their senior year.
I don't know if I agree with that part right there. I will say that I wouldn't offer so many. I would offer based on potential. Means that you haven't done it yet. Now, if you got some studs in high school that are doing it, that's a horse of a different color. But let's use, obviously, Harrison Bailey, for example. Harrison Bailey is an 8th grade quarterback out of going to Hill Grove. 6'3", 205.
Is he going to the 8th grade or he going to the 9th?
He's going to the 9th grade.
He's going to the 9th grade. Okay.
He's got several offers. Okay, but this kid they don't come like this often.
Oh, we got a call again.
The scratch batch
cakery line is popping.
It's going crazy.
Caller, what's your question on?
Hey, I got a question for Coach Ballard.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach Ballard, when you're working with young kids, each of them comes to you with a specific set of skills. Do you try to break down those skills and rebuild them in the mold that you want them to be, or do you try to work with each kid and mold skills around what they come to you naturally with?
I think that it's a great question. One thing I don't do is I don't believe in change. I'm not going to change that kid. If that kid can play, if he can play, then obviously he's giving me a foundation to build on, and I'm going to try to develop his skills based on what he has that's going to translate, that's going to help him on Friday night. So with that being said, to answer your question, oh, no, I'm not going to change anything. I mean, if a kid can come to me with he's got a proper throwing motion, that's the easiest thing in the world to deal with. Now all I got to teach him is I got to build him in terms of correcting maybe his footwork, things that nature, maybe correcting his eyes. What does he see and what does he doesn't see? How to anticipate throws and things of that nature, whatever. So I'm a fond believer in that if a kid comes to me with that skill set, I'm a believer in definitely building on that skill set. I don't want to change anything. For what?
No doubt.
Hey, thanks, caller, man.
Fantastic.
We appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
All right. Quick question. I think we're about to take a quick break, real quick. Station identification. Going to come right back with Coach,
back
man.
On the other side, man.
Stay with us. It's The Crush.
The dream of the future, brought to reality by
Sensation Station Network.
This is Bobby Yalla.
This is Judge Hatchett.
This is Lamar Batman Curry.
Yo, this is Teddy Parrish.
This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned into The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
And we're back. We're still here with our man, Coach Tony Ballard. So, Coach, if you get a quarterback, and let me ask you this, I always wonder about that, who has maybe that sidearm throwing motion, that's not that form, do you really work on them to try to get it to more of a what they call a throwing motion that will work for them?
You try to tweak it.
Okay.
You try to tweak it, but let's not get it twisted. How many different throwing motions are there in the NFL?
Boy,
how many successful guys? Phillip Rivers got the weirdest throwing motion in the world.
Top 5, baby.
I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, look what he's doing.
Yeah.
So to answer your question is, if you can tweak it, that's all fine and dandy. But remember this, once a kid hits 16, it's already there.
Yeah, you can't change it.
You can maybe get him to come over just a little bit or get his elbow up, but at the same token, man, that's so difficult. That is difficult, and that's one thing I try not to mess with.
Man, boy, Coach, you got this hotline jumping, man, the scratch batch cakery line. Caller, what you question on?
I got a couple questions, man. First of all, man, I love you to show up down here in Tampa, Florida, man. I got a question for Coach Ballard.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate the love. Go ahead.
What's going on? This Big D, man. How you doing, brother?
Good. How you doing, D? What's going on?
Right. Now, I know Mayfield's a product of Douglas High School, and the question I want to ask, man, is, do you think that you can, bring your program to Southwest Atlanta? Man, we got a lot of good athletes, even like, Ben Hill, Old National. Have you thought about maybe expanding your program?
I have, and that's kind of in the works. The biggest thing for me is trust. And what do I mean by trust? And that is having guys to work on your staff that you can trust in terms of believing the same thing that you believe, the terminology you believe, and development that you want in the kids. So right now I'm kind of working with a couple of guys that I'm trying to be able to build that relationship with, to be able to basically push Hustle Inc. a little further down south. So no, that's definitely not out of the question. That's absolutely, I've been asked that 100 times, and that's in its development stage, and I look forward to maybe one day that will happen. But right now, it's a one-man show, and that's the reason why I have not branched out to have 60 kids.
Okay, well, like I said, you got a good program, man. You got a good vision, man. So like I said, I'm proud of what you got. Remember the wars we had at Woodmont years ago? But we'll talk about that later. So
absolutely,
hey,
Daryl.
Man, keep doing what you're doing, man. You got, we're proud of you down here, man. So keep it up.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Right, make sure we'll catch up, man.
All right now. Now, Coach, I'm going to say it. Now, it need to be said. Our kids, our parents, don't like to invest in our kids getting better. And what our parents don't understand is you have these choices. If you want your kid to be the best of the best, they got to get that extra help. And you can't just always look for somebody going to just come and hook you up. You have to pay for these services.
I agree.
Yes.
I mean,
it got to be said, Coach. It got to be said.
I mean, it does, and that's a touchy situation. And what do I mean by that is that, I've been asked that question. Mm-hmm. I've been scrutinizing that question about that, and it's all fine and dandy. I mean, it is what it is. I do what I do because I love what I do, and whoever wants my services, I'm going to give them my services. I believe in giving them all of me. Now, it doesn't matter what creed, color, whatever you may be. That's what it is. Now, to the point of our people, I hate to get into a situation like that. I really do, because some people can take your answer the wrong way. Yeah. Some people can take your answer the right way. And the only way I can say is that if you really want my services and you really want to invest in what your kid wants to invest in his future, which means the opportunity to save your kid, you, not your kid, you, $250,000 for college, you got my number.
And that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Real quick, we'll go to break. We got another caller, man.
We got caller. Caller, what's your question on, caller?
Hey, man, I don't get to call in the radio shows often, but when I do, I love calling the Crush. I got two quick things, man. I know y'all got to go to break.
Turner Field looking like Atlanta Fulton County Stadium back in the 80s right about now. I am so glad I'm from Washington, D.C. Go Nationals. And finally, man, why the hell is Johnny Manziel living with another dude? I'm going to hang up and listen.
Man, let's just go to break.
I think that's speculation.
Yeah. Hey, man, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Do you have student loans and are worried about making your payments? Stop worrying. Now, Direct Student Aid can help you if you are behind, if you are late, or even if you are in default on your student loans. We can help cut your payments fast. We provide student loan relief, getting you relief from your student loans right away. We will stop any harassing phone calls, stop any wage garnishments, and even remove any tax liens. No matter how much you owe or how far behind you are with payments, call our established Direct Student Aid toll-free assistance line right now. We can fix your student loan problems guaranteed. That's right, we guarantee we will get your student loan out of default and cut your payments right away. We have helped thousands of people just like you fix their student loans. Best of all, it's 100% guaranteed. Don't go another day with your loans behind or in default. Our specialists are waiting for your call. Call 866-855-6516. That's 866-855-6516. Again, call 866-855-6516. That's 866-855-6516.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang?
Hi, son.
Excuse me?
Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak,
Oh, you know, I'm here if you want to talk,
to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. I mean, a fly, boo.
And now when you buy Communicizer, you get the auto-tune attachment free. Sounds so hip-hop, your kids will want to talk to you for hours.
I used to have to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning, shorty.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Communicizer is not available in stores because it doesn't exist. But that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Adopt Us Kids and the Ad Council.
This is Judge Hatchett, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
We're extending a little more interview time with Coach because, you know, the phone line's been popping right now. Hey, that last call threw me off my game, but that Crush Rundown was brought to you by Parish Capital. At Parish Capital, we can help you achieve your financial goals by providing high-quality advisory services and making smart investment decisions. Go to parishcapital.com for more information. I mean, I ain't never laughed off there, but anyway.
Coach. Okay, Coach. I look at Jeremy Johnson down at Auburn. All the fanfare, all the hype. He was Cam Newton 2.0. Bye. Career hadn't panned out like people thought it should. What do you see in Jeremy Johnson when you look at him, Coach?
Well, he's got another year, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be the guy. Point blank. I mean, people are basing him off of what just happened last year. That was his first year starting. Again, I believe in development. Now, if it doesn't work out next year, then you have a leg to stand on. But don't be too quick to judge that book by its cover, brother. I think he fits that system. I don't think Queen fits that system. I just think that he's the guy in terms of what they do.
Well, Queen didn't even get no snaps in the spring.
Yeah, but everybody thinks he's coming on. Then what's the other dude? Sean White.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that in terms of what they're trying to do at Auburn, Johnson's got to be the guy.
Then now the kid from Florida State transferred in.
So?
Oh, okay. Okay.
The kid from Florida State transferred into what?
A backup role.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Jacob Eason, what do you think Georgia got?
Ooh.
Gonna take time. I'm trying to tell them.
They got a 6'6" grown man. That's why I will say in terms of his physical stature, I still think that, again, I don't think he's played against high competition coming out of Washington, a 2A program where he was the only Division I, Division II player to come out of that school. The proof is in the pudding of what he's going to do. I know Chaney very well, the OC over at Georgia, and it seems like his development is coming around, but only time will tell in terms of what he's got, what he will be able to present on Saturday afternoon. I still think that Lambert's the guy. Grayson Lambert, he's that guy. Ooh. He should be I think he's the starter. I think that based on what coming from Virginia and now he goes into Georgia based on that system they had, now he's got in my opinion, I think he's got a damn good OC quarterback coach. I really do like Chaney. I've known Chaney since he was at Arkansas. Wow, went to Pitt, things of that nature. I think he develops quarterbacks damn good.
Wow. Okay.
And we will see.
Grayson
we will see.
Lambert. I forgot he was still there. Anyway.
Hey. I mean, think about this. The things that happened to him last year. Remember, he had just gotten into that school, into that system, 3 months prior? Yeah, in the summer, prior to the season. Yeah. So do we expect him to be on top? That says a lot about the program when when the transfer comes in and be the guy.
But do you worry when a kid is going through maybe his third different offense in 4 years, being effective on the field? Because this will be his third offense, Virginia, Rick, and now this offense.
Do I think that would be a problem?
Yeah.
It could, but in his instance, no. Okay. If you at quarterback, if you're a student of the game, and it's a pro style system, and that's who you are, I think you can kind of fit to anything because again, it becomes more mental than physical.
So with that, Coach, when we kind of talking about Queen from North Cobb, how do you tell a kid that program, that system is not right for you, especially based on the kids that are there already or the kids that are coming in?
I only tell when I'm asked. And the reason why is because when you start to tell a kid in terms of don't go to that school, don't do that, they could take that the wrong way. But if the kid trusts you enough, if you've had enough a great relationship with that kid and you guys have built this serious foundation, then that kid will ask you without you having to say. And when they ask, and they're telling you that they value your opinion, I believe in that you go where you love. You go where they want you.
Wait a minute, say that one more time.
You go where you love.
Because, boy, I say that all the time. You got to love who love you. I say it all the time. That it's so simple in the recruiting process. Why chase a school that don't even know you love?
Everybody wants to play in the SEC. If you're a stud quarterback, which means you can play at a high level, everybody wants to play in SEC. But let's not get it twisted.
It's only 12 schools.
Not only is it only 12 schools, but do the math. You're real good with this, and that is how many SEC quarterbacks have panned out at the next level.
Still waiting.
That's my point.
We'll get Cam, but
no. That's okay. That's okay.
But overall,
but remember, how long was Cam at Auburn?
A year.
1 year. And I love Cam. I love Cam's game. Don't get it twisted.
He one of your guys.
What do you mean one of my guys?
No, I'm saying you work with his 707.
Oh, against?
Yeah, I'm saying yeah.
Oh yeah. I hate to say this on the radio, but we did beat him. But anyway.
Okay, yeah.
But
he done went petty on us there.
No, don't get me wrong. I think the world of Cam Newton.
I know you do.
I've got a chance to personally talk to him last year, 707. I think he's that dude.
No doubt.
Let's not get it twisted. I mean, he does things the right way, irregardless of what happened after the Super Bowl Super Bowl game. But Denver's defense has a tendency to do that to people.
Yeah, they do. Von Miller coming off the edge.
I mean, it is what it is. But in terms of him, man, dude, that dude's scary. Yeah. The things that they're going to be able to do, especially with Benjamin coming back.
All right, Coach. We hate to have you leave, man, but we got to give you some time to yourself. Give some shout-outs, man. Shoot out your programs, where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Man, I'm as humble as they come. I don't believe in shouting out my program. I believe in shouting out the kids that are a part of my program. All the young men. One, I want to say congratulations to all the young men that are in college right now that have been a part of our program, whether it's Jacoby Myers that's at NC State, Logan Bird at North Carolina, Austin Kindler that's at Oklahoma, Jared Garantano who's going to enroll in Tennessee this May. Wow. And then the guys that are coming up, the list goes on from, Chase Bryce committed to Clemson, Davis Mills committed to Stanford, You know, those are the beauties that you do. And then the up-and-coming guys of Tommy DeVito, who will make his college choice pretty soon. And, you know, Ryan Glover, who I'm telling you is going to play big-time Ivy League football. And just don't forget his name. And all the younger guys that are coming up in the program, whether it's Andrew Van Wee or Zach Calzado or a Jalen Williams, or even the fact of a Harrison Bailey, who's got multiple offers, who I think is the absolute real deal. I hope he's not listening, because I believe in pushing him and making sure that he continues to work and develop his craft. So I'm a fond believer in all those guys or families that trust in Tony Ballard, and believe what I do, and being able to work with their kids, not only just in football, but as a young man.
So you'll come back one day?
Absolutely.
Hey, man, thank you for coming on, Coach.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. My pleasure. I thank you, guys.
When we come back, we're going to That's What I'm Talking About. Stay with us.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang?
Hi, son.
Excuse me?
Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak,
Oh, I'm here if you want to talk.
to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. Fly, boo.
And now when you buy Communicizer, you get the auto-tune attachment free. Sounds so hip-hop, your kids will want to talk to you for hours.
I used to have to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning, Shorty.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Communicizer is not available in stores because it doesn't exist. But that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Adopt Us Kids and the Ad Council.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather not send you nude pictures. I'm camera shy. I already said no. Under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Did you know that Lions Clubs International has been collecting used eyeglasses for years? Lions members take the donated glasses, classify them by prescription, and redistribute them to needy people all over the world. Each year, over 1 million pairs of eyeglasses are given to those who may not be able to afford proper eye care. Take a look around your house. I'm sure you'll find at least one pair of glasses that no longer fits your prescription. Someone, somewhere, can use those glasses. Lions Clubs everywhere urge you to take the time to find your old glasses and then take them to the convenient drop-off sites in your community. This message brought to you by Lions Clubs International.
Coming to you live from Sensation Station. Listening to The Crush, get a rush. Live with Stacey Harris, the best radio station online. Peace. Roll Tide.
That's what I'm talking about, Mace. Is that what you talking about, Glaze?
That's what I'm talking about, Crush.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
That's what I'm talking about, brought to you by the Phoenix Leadership Foundation. We'll make a difference because we must. Find out more about the Phoenix Leadership Foundation at their website, phoenixleadership.org, or their Facebook page, Phoenix Leadership Foundation, and our Twitter page at Phoenix Leaders. Hey, man, y'all hear me talking about this all the time during Hot Topics. If your smile isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. And he's here with us right now.
That's the motto.
That's it. Dr. Kevin Dancy's in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Doing good, man. Glad to be back.
Yeah, hey, man, you know we got to have you back.
Hey, man, it's an open door. You just tell us when you want to come.
You know.
It be like that.
We're going to That's What I'm Talking About. Make sure you want to start this off.
Yeah, man, I'll start you off, man. Shaquille O'Neal, man, his shoe brand has sold over 120 million pairs of affordable shoes for kids out of Walmart, man. Salute to Shaq, man. Shaq got out, man. Kids ain't out here waiting in line all night for shoes,
They were
man.
like, your shoe at Walmart? He said, yeah, I sold 120 million.
I sold 120 units, man, at about $17.99. You do the math.
You do
for
the math.
yourself.
You do the math. Why you sitting there getting all them extra zeros at the end?
Carry the one.
Yeah. Carry the one 18 times. Is it in Walmart? Yeah, 120 million times it was in Walmart.
Shaq, that's what we talk about, Shaq. That's why your money ain't never funny, Shaq.
Yeah. Real quick, man. Hey, we get this guy so much grief on this show, man, but we got to give him a little love. Dwight Howard, he's organizing a blood drive with his charitable D12 Foundation in honor of Craig Sager, who is battling acute myeloid leukemia. For those out there in Houston, it'll be Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time at the Toyota Center in Houston. So that's what I'm talking about, Dwight Howard. Got to give you a little love. What you got, Mace?
Man, the Atlanta Braves brought back our guy, Walter Banks.
Okay.
As part of the countdown.
Mr. Banks.
Before they head to Cobb County. They can't leave fast enough. But to bring Walter Banks back, who is a true, not only a Fulton County legend, but Turner Field legend, man. And, you know, he hung out with the Crush, man. That's our dude, man, with all them numbers, man. He probably gave them a story about all them numbers that he tore down, man.
Every number they could think of.
Yeah, man. That's what we talking about, Atlanta Braves.
Hey, man. Hey, give him love, man. In tragedy, sometimes you like to see certain things done. Ohio State Buckeyes, they're going to be wearing a patch during their spring game this summer in honor of Will Smith, the guy who was killed in New Orleans recently, the defensive end. They'll be wearing it this Saturday. It'll be a WS decal on the back of the helmet. That's what I'm talking about, Ohio State. Taking care of one of your own, man. Big shout out to you guys. What you got, Mace?
Man, Lee Trevino, who hates Augusta, apparently, he called out the Masters this week. He said, and he also called all the players punks because they won't call out the Masters. Mm-hmm. He said, Masters need to change all their policies, say the guys can't talk on the cell phones in the parking lot. They have to check this in and check that in, man. He said it's time for the players. And he also said if Tiger Woods was there, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be going on, man. So, you know, he said they're not bending the rules because Tiger's not there. So these guys need to stand up for something. So Lee Trevino, man, that's what I'm talking about, dog.
Hey, man, in a different story, Tim Duncan, this week he won his 1,000th game as an NBA player. He's one of 3 people to ever do this. You know what the other 2 is, Mace?
Kobe and Jordan.
Hell no. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And Will. Bill Russell.
No.
Bill Russell?
Robert Parrish.
Oh, okay.
The Chief. Because the Chief got on that Chicago team when they did those runs. And the Chief was collecting some big wins back then.
The Chief.
Yeah. So those are the 3 guys who have won 1,000 games in their career. That's what I'm talking about, Tim. Consistency. Anyway, go ahead, Mace.
Kobe Bean Bryant. Tomorrow ends 19 stellar years of basketball.
I was about to say 17 stellar years.
Well, whatever.
16.
We will never see a competitor like you ever again in the NBA, Kobe. You're the best. The closest we'll ever get to Jordan was you, Kobe. Hate that you couldn't get the 6 rings, man, but you know, hey, man.
They don't have a chance.
Well,
shame on ESPN for moving Kobe to ESPN2 to watch the Golden State Warriors chase history.
They want to see a winner.
Kobe is a lifetime winner.
May go to the lifetime challenge.
You got to blame David Stern for not getting that 6th ring, though. For not getting
Chris Paul. You know, David Stern, I need to give you a really for blocking that Chris Paul trade that would have got Kobe rings 6 and 7 and maybe 8.
Here's what y'all really don't.
But I digress.
Y'all really thought that would work.
What's that?
Chris Paul and Kobe would have worked.
Yeah, it would have worked.
2 ball-dominant players, yeah, but
no.
I felt Kobe could have worked it out. Probably.
Chris Paul
would have probably.
Kobe his 14th year? No.
Dog,
he would be like, "Give me the ball, Chris." Chris would be like, "No, man. I'm the point."
As a basketball fan, I did not want it to happen because I'm tired of all these super teams. So I didn't want it to happen. So I'm glad David Stern vetoed it. But I felt like it could have worked.
The Lakers have always been a super team. So once again, man, Kobe Bean Bryant, you will be missed, man. Tomorrow is gonna be very bittersweet for me, man.
You'll be missed till 12 a.m. Thursday. Then we get back to basketball, baby. Woo! Here we go. I'm sorry.
But if TNT was smart, they would bring Kobe in to do the playoffs.
To do what?
To talk about killer instinct, Mamba mentality.
Man, they got
Vino. What is it? What's some of his other nicknames? What?
He was the first to do it before the D'Angelo Russell.
He passed on something in the Lakers. He passed it on.
What is all this snitching? Y'all must ain't never watched First 48 when them guys get in that box, man. Everybody be snitching.
Dang, man, he ain't have to say, well, I'm going to do like Shaq do next time.
He technically didn't snitch, but
do I have to pull it off again?
Kobe, it's been real, Kobe, man. Again, we will never see a competitor like you ever again.
Yeah. Bye.
Never, ever, ever, ever.
Bye. Hey, let me finish it up like this, man. Miami is joining, the Miami Dolphins is joining with the AARP Cares on May 1st to help and try and pack 1 million meals to help fight hunger down there in Miami. So shout out to the Miami Dolphins. Kobe, you got 3 hours. No, you got about 27 hours, and then you can ride on off in the sunset.
This was going to be funny. In about 3 years, y'all going to miss Kobe. Y'all going to be like, we need a killer in the league. Ain't no more killers.
No, we miss Kobe. We just look at Michael Jordan films. So hey, when we come back, man, Maceo Talks Baseball is up next, man. You ready, dog? We'll see y'all in a few minutes. All right, y'all. This the crew.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather not send you nude pictures. I'm camera shy. I already said no. Under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang?
Hi, son.
Excuse me?
Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak...
Oh, I'm here if you want to talk.
...to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. A fly, boo.
And now when you buy Communicizer, you get the auto-tune attachment free. Sounds so hip-hop, your kids will want to talk to you for hours.
I used to have to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning, short day.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Communicizer is not available in stores because it doesn't exist. But that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Adopt Us Kids and the Ad Council.
Yo, it's your boy Michael McFadden. If you hear my voice right now, that means you're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Shout out to them Cowboys. Not for real. Maceo Glaze, what up?
Absolutely crushed. Play ball. Mike on, my Mikey. Hey, now I'm back. So, man, while that guy over there hating on Kobe, see, that's what happened when you hate on Kobe. The technology go bad. So, you know what I'm saying?
Probably snitched on my camera. Hey, let me just say this real quick. Shout out to Kobe. I think what he's, he did mean something in the league. So, shout out to you, Kobe. Hey, great career.
Closest thing we'll ever get to Jordan. Go on and say it.
I ain't going to tell him that. That's disrespectful to him.
Okay.
Kobe, you did great, man. You know what? You was robbing for your first 7 years. Then you built your own legacy, man. So good shot, Kobe. Holla at you.
Hater.
What you got, Maceo? Maceo Talks Baseball. What you got, baby?
Hey, man, so the top story in baseball right now, man, Trevor Story, rookie shortstop for the Colorado Rockies, man. 6 home runs in 4 games. They actually hit a home run yesterday, man. The first rookie to ever do this, man. And what's so funny about this situation, when Jose Reyes got in trouble last year, they were just, he was going to be suspended about the first 50 games while his domestic violence thing went on. They wasn't sure what they were going to get out of this rookie.
Dog.
He is hitting the cover off the ball. Now, we don't know if it's being in that Colorado air, but Hey, man, great start for Trevor Story, man.
Was he like big coming out of with his?
Yeah, he was highly touted. 5'2" player, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Man, Chicago Cubs slugger Kyle Schwarber out for the season, man. Tore his ACL and LCL after colliding with Dexter Fowler in the outfield. And it's just the Chicago Cubs, man. Something always gonna be,
every year.
They everybody says this the year that the Cubs gonna win it all.
They said that last year too.
They said that, hey. But they got Jason Hayward, so they like, hey, we gonna see. Robinson Cano, man. Hey, man, Jay-Z. Last year, Jay-Z got him paid, and he was like, man, he just robbed them folks for $240 million, man. This year, man, he started out, man, 4 home runs in the first week of the season. What's funny about that, it took him to July 1st last year to get 4 home runs.
Wow.
And what they paying that young fella, man, again, he making A-Rod money.
But did you hear anything about him this offseason? He probably be like, look, man.
Well, what he did, he stayed out the video. He probably traded the Bentley in.
Yeah.
And he got to it because, baseball funny. They'll get rid of you, man, real quick. They be like, man, we're going to pay cheaper players.
Yeah.
For $240 million?
I mean, it's funny, though, what you just said, though, Mace. He got paid, and then he got big head. He was pouring the champagne on the phone.
Yeah, well,
And now he gone back.
It is what it is, man.
What you got, man?
Man, having a bad start that they see, the San Diego Padres, man. They got swept opening weekend by the Dodgers by a combined 25 runs to 0.
God dang.
Not one run the entire series, man. And how do that happen?
Which was worse, the 25 runs or the 0
Hey,
score?
man, it's bad business, man. Them Pittsburgh Pirates, man, as much as I hate Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying, they swept the St. Louis Cardinals to start the season off, man. Hey, shout out to them. But one of the surprise teams right now in baseball, the Baltimore Orioles, they swept the Minnesota Twins to open the season. Manny Machado and Chris Davis, who everybody thought was on steroids once upon a time, the bats are alive. And they're pitching. They're sitting on a 1.50 ERA.
Wow.
Going through the first week of the season.
They record looked different than the Braves.
Yeah. Now, when you talk about somebody who spent big money, them Arizona Diamondbacks on pitchers, so they spent money on Zach Greinke, and then they got Shelby Miller from the Braves. They both combined in their first start, they gave up 13 runs in their first starts. So, and Greinke got broke off. Greinke really got broke off. So, again, we talking about another guy who got big money. But it's his first weekend, We'll see.
But you at least wanted one of them to come out and do a little something.
Yeah, especially with the kind of money they spent. Man, them San Francisco Giants, man, they scored 12 runs in their first 2 games, man. And with this being an even number year, they win the World Series every other year. This the even number year. So
this is the year.
So more than likely they gonna win it. And then this Chase Utley rule, man, it's already causing controversy.
What's the rule?
Well, the rule is now you can't slide to break up a double
play.
play.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
So when you run into second base, if it's going to be a 6-4-3, 4-6-3 double play, you got to basically just get out the way. You can't slide to try to take out the shortstop or the second baseman.
That's baseball, though.
Yeah. It's baseball, but,
Was it getting out of hand?
Well, yeah, Chase Utley got his leg broke. And then, remember, Buster Posey also at the plate got ran over. So they've come up with this rule. Take it or leave it. I think it's part of the game. They teach that all the time.
Because it's necessary. Breaking up a double play could happen.
Yeah, but I guess they want you to go on and concede. That you want to hope that the shortstop or second baseman make a bad throw to first base.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, especially if you got somebody on third over there or could score.
Yeah, and then while we talking about errors, them Atlanta Braves, man. Man.
The whole team of errors.
6 errors in the first 4 games they played this season, man. It hurts your pitching. The guys in the infield a little bit longer. And the Braves suck right now.
Nothing to see here. We're moving next year. Nothing to see here.
Fire sale.
We're moving. Don't worry about it.
Like I said, hopefully by the All-Star break, it'll go back to the old Fulton County rules. Like when I was in 2nd grade, my granddad used to come get us from school. We just go down to the Fulton County Stadium. Yeah, we burn off, we do our homework in the car.
Chicken sandwiches 2 for $1.
And we go watch the Braves for about 5-6 innings. See Jerry Roster, Bob Warner, Murph out there. We go.
They'll watch me.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Go see Chief Nakahoma.
Back then, you used to feel closer to the player because you could really get closer to the player.
That's right.
There wasn't nobody in there.
Yeah, man. Joe Torre was a bad manager at the time.
Rafael Ramirez was beast in showstopper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he'll throw that thing in the dirt over there. Chris Shamlin.
Yes, sir. Chris Shamlin be like, hey, I'm here.
Boy, Chris Shamlin had to be limber as egg over there. Scooping up there. Hey,
So,
man.
yeah, it's tough for them Braves right now, man.
Yeah, man.
It's hard out here for some pimps.
Keep the hope up. They're up 0. It's tied 0-0, bottom of the 8th. That's a chance, people.
Hey, man, just don't pinch hit Jeff Francoeur. Jeff Francoeur, I mean, he is killing us with runners in scoring position.
What was the dude named Serrano in Major League? He can't hit the curve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
job, man.
Why did they bring Frenchie back?
I don't know. Because he Brookwood or wherever he was up there.
He's Parkview.
That was good, baby.
Hey, man, I got some more. You want me to do some? We got Dr. Kevin
We got
Dance.
Dr. Dance in
Yeah,
here,
man.
man.
If your smile not becoming to you, man, you should be coming to us.
Should be
man.
coming to us. We're going to talk about it when we come back. Stay with us. It's The Crush.
Yep.
You want to see who's in the network?
Don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
Follow us on Instagram at Sensation Station Network. We're the nation's urban station. Radio, not dumbed down.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Okay, so just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician. This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and...
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
There we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really? He had no idea just how many.
I can't believe it. This one looks good.
Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner?
See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
What is this? You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
We talking babies. Hey, we're back, man. Hey, right now, man, you always hear us from time to time. You hear it every day, actually, when we do our hot topics and we talk about our sponsors, and we just love for them to come in and hang out with us. Macel, you've known this guy longer than I have, so introduce him, man.
Man, not only got great dentist, man. You know, the guy, great dancer. You know, people don't know that about him. The guy could dance. Wow. He put a routine on you in a heartbeat. Y'all ain't go no talent show back then, man. Y'all remember they come out there.
Always in the talent show, man.
Oh, but speed that thing up, him and their crew with it. J himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember everything.
I see. Yeah. I see.
But y'all already know, man, Southwest Atlanta's finest, man. And Red Oak always stick together, man.
Yes,
Dr. Kevin Dance in the building, man. What's up, Doc?
What up?
Man.
Good to be here. Glad to be here, bro.
What's going on, Doc? First of all, man, as always, we appreciate the love you get to the Crush, man, helping us out, man.
I love it, man. I love what y'all doing. I'm glad I could sponsor it, man. This is great.
Real quick, one of us in this room, a little nervous about some procedures around here. About, like, deep cleaning. And I ain't worried about her talking because she ain't got no mic. But anyway. Yeah. What are some of the things you try to tell people about certain things like deep cleaning and all that to calm them down a little bit, man?
Well, see, we got to get to the point where calm down.
Look at, I thought I was joking.
She is anxiety. Well, listen, you know, we try to make it as peaceful as possible, a very pleasant experience, you know. So, you know, if it's somebody who's just really, really anxious, we offer gas and, nitrous oxide where we can calm them down. If we got to get more than that, we can put you on some Valium or something to kind of...
Some Valium? Well, you knocking down stuff over there.
We are not near the office, and she
she thought she going to pull some instruments out. You pull an instrument out right now, she might pass out. The show might be over.
I have nothing.
If you had came in a white coat, she would have been done. She would have been done.
Yeah, we see people like this every day. So, it's what we do. We make it pleasurable as possible. And, our main thing is to get you back to oral health, and keep your health.
Speaking of a sports front, how many teeth have you had to replace or different because of sports injuries and things of that nature?
Oh man, I used to do a lot. I used to see a lot of high school kids. I used to do a lot of talking about the importance of mouth guards. And,
Lord.
Kids see it and then they just kind of like have it on the side of their mouth because it's cool.
Yeah.
You got to wear those things.
Got to wear it.
You got to wear these.
Knocked straight out.
Yeah.
Because boy, that redoing your grills.
It's not. It's not cheap. It's not cheap.
Now, one of the things I'm becoming a crusader of now is like everybody total health.
Mm-hmm.
Got to take care of yourself. I always go get my yearly physical, and then my doctor told me, he was like, hey, look, my challenge to you, since you do have a voice, man, get people to come to the doctor.
Yeah.
So just talk for us, like how important is it to get these checkups?
Yeah, so, your total health is very important. And from a dentist, I'm kind of biased, but the mouth is the gateway to the rest of your body, right? Mm. So you are what you eat, all those things we used to say when we were kids, you are what you eat, you are what you drink. You are in control of that. So you have to be mindful, especially the older we get, mindful of what you put in your body. It is what we are. So it's important. This is a good way for me to talk about this month. So April is Oral Cancer Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. So I'm wearing a band to bring awareness to oral cancer. And oral cancer is plaguing our community, especially in athletes, that, chews tobacco and cigarettes and anything, pipes, anything that can cause a bad bacteria in the mouth, and hookah and things like that. Those are things that are very, very popular.
That's very popular.
You're introducing a lot more nicotine and
Doc,
things.
you just hurt a lot of people feeling when you said that, because the hookah done became like the thing.
The thing. I mean, it's cool to do. I mean, the hookah pipes look great, but you got to limit yourself. You want to be around to talk about it.
You want no deep cleaning, do you?
So, it's important. We got to be more conscious and more, knowledgeable about, our total overall health,
Man, we're about to take a break real quick. We come back, we still got a little bit more with Dr. Kevin Dancy, Oral Cancer Awareness Month. Oh, yeah. Didn't know that, so you learned something with us, all right? Stay with us. It's The Crush.
You want to see who's in the network?
Don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
Follow us on Instagram at Sensation Station Network. We're the nation's urban station. Radio, knock them down.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Mom, Dad, guess what? Now how you're always talking to me about not doing drugs like pot and ecstasy and cocaine, how they're dangerous and illegal. Well, you don't have to worry anymore. My friends and I have found a much better way to get high. And you'll be happy to know it's not even illegal. Nice, huh? Want to know what we're doing? All right, I'll tell you. We use cough medicine. Seriously, the stuff in the medicine cabinet. You didn't notice it was missing? Oh, well, I guess lucky for me then.
Last year, more than 2 million teens risked blackouts, seizures, even comas, intentionally abusing ordinary cough medicine, the kind in virtually every home in America. Never heard of it? Bet your kids have.
And it's got to be safe, because it's medicine, right?
When you talk to your kids about drugs, make sure you start with the ones in the medicine cabinet. Need help getting the conversation started? Go to drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
What? Oh, man.
The straight jacket, Dennis.
Copy roll.
Southside. Yeah. Be like, hey, man, I'm ready for my tooth. No, give me that straight jacket. Hey, man, I'm good. I don't need all that.
I was telling them earlier, the way they used to, back in the day, used to put that film in your mouth to take the pictures. Yeah. Man, I'd be gagging on that thing. I'd be like, man, we can't get no pictures of him.
Yeah. We got all kind of stuff in the video. That's all kind of stuff in there.
So thank God for technology. Yes, sir. Like our kids would never understand that right now.
Never. Now, man, you can take a picture right there and show it right on the screen. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Well, you take a picture back in the day. You had to wait 2 days.
We'll call you back. Look at the X-rays.
And then they come back, man, you need to come right back in.
You still in the parking lot?
2 weeks, man. Hey, come on back. I cleared my schedule. We need to do some work.
You need some work.
Gotta put that work in.
Like we ain't gonna cut it. Hey, you need some work.
Yeah, you need work. So when you get sometime, Kevin, some of those special patients who you look at and be like, it's gonna be one of them days, man.
Yeah, that's every day, man. That's every day. Just every day. But it's I'm grateful. I'm thankful that I can do that in Southwest Atlanta, where I was born and raised. I love the people that I see. You know, it's good being in the community that you were raised in, because you can give back and feel like you're doing something for the people that raised you. You know, so I see a lot of our teachers, man. I see a lot of our classmates, parents, and grandparents. So it's good, man. And then all of us around. So it's good.
And that's why I would say you've been doing it for 15 years out there. Yeah. So what? Is it a special place? Do you see yourself being there? Because I mean, it is good to be home and helping your community and stuff.
Yeah, it's really good to be home and helping the community. You know, it gets overwhelming sometimes because I kind of live, work, play in that area. So I see my patients in public. I see them.
Can you imagine hey, doc, right here,
yeah,
right here.
They be high for doc. They got a Coke in their hand.
Like, there you go. Doc, I remember you talking to me. You say you got a hookah. Go the other way.
They be smoking like, Doc, I was just holding it for him.
My boy got this cigarette, Doc. It wasn't me.
I'm just holding it for him. Ain't no nicotine on me.
None of that. Smelling like Newport.
But one of the things that's always been cool about you, especially with you being, you was on that one spot in Cascade, then you moved on over to the other side of Cascade.
Yeah.
But you've always been a man of the community. Like I said, I remember when we needed some help to help them poor kids over at Douglas High School. Mm-hmm. You helped us go to a couple of camps, and the kids, they were just so excited. They were like, we signed the card. They sent that, man. They were like, because they were like, oh man, we ain't gonna. I say, let me call my boy, dude. Just without hesitation, man. He was like, man, do what you need.
Because you only as good as the people that you uplift. You know what I mean? What good is doing good if no one is benefiting? Wow, there's no good in it, and it makes me feel good. That I can do it. I got the resources to do it, so I do. And it's I think that goes without saying, man. I mean,
I'm kind of messed up thinking about somebody walking around Publix with a hookah though.
I'm willing to bet. Doc go to lunch and like, I'm going to Publix, and he see some of the people they got. No, they don't need them M&Ms.
Got 4 bags. So 4 bags.
They just drop them.
You all just mess with them. I saw the X-rays. It makes sense now. I saw the X-rays. It all makes sense now.
It is.
Clean up on aisle 4.
We got a gang of Skittles on aisle 6.
You catch one of the bag of Jolly Ranchers and
now that's why your grill like that.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm thinking about it. I think I'm going to start putting that in the waiting room, man. Just to grab Jolly Rancher bag. Keep me busy. Ulterior motives.
Now, Doc, one of the things that I've seen out here, and I think it's crazy. Oh my goodness. The drilling the diamonds into the teeth. Not like the grill. They put them on their actual teeth. What's going on with that?
it's a fad, man. It's what the young folk like. But it's not really going into the teeth. So what they do is they make a crown. They make a cap that looks like a tooth.
Okay.
But then you got a jeweler that literally puts a little small diamond in it. And it used to be good for the old folks back in the day. The old people that had dentures used to have that gold tooth on the side. You remember?
You
remember the people used to work
my
at
grandma
S&S?
had one. Yes,
Rest
sir.
in peace to my grandma.
Yeah, no doubt.
Used to work at Morrison's.
Mhm.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Right. So them people, but then they started, you were real flashy if you had a diamond. They just bringing it back. Man, you know how.
It always come back around.
Always come back around. Just like Bell Bottoms.
Just like Bell Bottoms.
But when you see, like, I always trip about Baby from Cash Money.
Yeah.
With the
Platinum.
With the platinum grill.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, really, how healthy is that?
Now, platinum, understand. So, platinum is one of the purest metals that we can use. We use titanium for implants. We use platinum for a lot of jewelry and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it holds bacteria much more than natural teeth.
So
right?
how many times he got to brush his teeth?
He should brush them at least 5 times a day. Just keep a gang of mints under his tongue or something. It can't be.
Because he been wearing those for so long.
But it's honestly, by Baby, it was all about status. I mean, that's a lot of money. And I've done some hip hop guys, and I know I hadn't done the whole grill, but I've done some pretty extensive folk, and I know what the price tag on that. Baby just wanted that because of status, man. Ain't nothing cool.
So one of us in here want to ask about veneers.
Yeah.
So what about veneers?
She's scared of a deep cleaning, man.
Yeah.
So what are veneers? Well, veneers are porcelain coverings that we put on the front of teeth to kind of close the small gaps, change the shade, change the shape of teeth that we don't like. Mm-hmm. So it's a cosmetic procedure that's very, very natural looking. They last for a long time. Most stars have them. I do a lot of that type of stuff.
I need to know about these folk walking around with this thing talking about they brightening their teeth.
Yeah, so that's just a gimmick. Let me just tell you this: go to your dentist. These people doing that quick bright thing. I don't think they're harming themselves, but they're not really doing any good.
Cause they be all on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
Talking about I'm getting ready for the night, and they cut the light out and you see.
You like, man, what are you doing?
Man,
but wasting time.
Sitting there eating something, Kevin walk by you, he'd be like, I see. Have you been made your 6 months yet? Doing it right now, Kevin. 6, 7, 8. I got you. We come back, man. We go into the Crush recap brought to you by Blood Power. Stay with us, man. Hey, Shay think he gonna be safe over there. We're gonna get on him in a few minutes. So.
Yeah, we got it.
Stay with us when we come back. It's the Crush.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather not send you nude pictures. I'm camera shy. I already said no. Under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Did you know that Lions Clubs International has been collecting used eyeglasses for years? Lions members take the donated glasses, classify them by prescription, and redistribute them to needy people all over the world. Each year, over 1 million pairs of eyeglasses are given to those who may not be able to afford proper eye care. Take a look around your house. I'm sure you'll find at least one pair of glasses that no longer fits your prescription. Someone, somewhere, can use those glasses. Lions Clubs everywhere urge you to take the time to find your old glasses and then take them to the convenient drop-off sites in your community. This message brought to you by Lions Clubs International.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Killer Mike, Killer Kill from the Ville. You're checking me out right now on the Sensation Station Network. Make sure you tune in, suckers.
Yeah, man. We're going to the Crush recap brought to you by Blunt power. With Blood Power, 3 sprays last for days, boy. If you do 4, you might choke. But 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about Blunt Power at their website, bluntpower.com. Go to their Facebook page at Blunt Power or the Twitter page at Blunt Power. Hey, man, so we about the show almost over with.
Great show, man.
So
great show, man.
We got so Shay, thank you for coming in, man.
Thank you for having me on.
What you think about it, man?
It was great. Hilarious.
Yeah, that's what we try,
man. Yeah, man. You hang out with some legends, though. You hang out with some legends.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, we hope to be legends one day.
So what about what can people find out more about you, man?
You can follow me at Shay SSN at Twitter.
You trying to steal our letters, man?
It was weird when I saw y'all SSNAT. I was like, okay, I probably gotta check my website. My website is ShaySportsNetwork.com. So SSN.
Oh wow.
So it's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. I didn't try to take anything at all.
Don't have Prime walking up here like, yo, can we talk for a minute?
Hey, man, you gotta go to monster.com and buy that.
Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it. You see where we at, man. So just come by, man. Holler at us, man.
Yeah, anytime when work doesn't keep me locked, I'll come in.
All right, no doubt, man. No doubt.
How many kids you gonna do this year?
I'm not necessarily sure. I mean, all their star players all graduated.
Yeah.
They still got.
You got a veteran quarterback, so that don't never hurt.
It don't never
I always
hurt
start with the quarterback, man. You got a good quarterback, you be all right.
As long as got Lil Hawkman, we'll still be all right.
You'll be all right.
He has an arm. Nobody talks about this, but Bailey, he has an arm.
You look like sunshine to me, but that's just
the long hair. It was weird. When I was in McEachern, Coach Hawkman, he told us we had to cut our dreads off. We don't supposed to have any long hair. And then his son gonna walk around. He has like the hair just brushed off his helmet. I'm like,
you said that magical phrase.
He the coach's son.
His son. and his wife is like, man, cut my baby hair.
I ain't cut my baby hair.
Hey man, thank you for coming in. Thank you also, Doc. Man, you have probably gonna have people looking around at the M&M's tonight and be like, yo, I don't really do I need.
Folks gonna be ducking you in Publix now.
Hey man, no they not. I got you.
Do you really need that 2-piece? I thought I did, but now I don't. I really don't right now.
Unbelievable.
So, Doc, man, right now, let everybody know the Braves are now 0-7. They lost tonight 2-1 to the Washington Nationals. They're still haven't won a game.
They need to start playing Stairway to Heaven after every loss. Yeah. Here we go.
Things to look forward to this weekend, man, because as Maceo seen that song. Tomorrow is 2 big things going on. Kobe Bryant's last game.
I'm glad you said that first.
Yeah, because we had to
give him his proper respect.
No, I had to get that out of the way. Yes. And then Golden State going for number 73. Do they get it, guys?
They get it.
They get it.
Against Memphis?
They get it.
Grizzlies almost had the last time. I think they get it.
It's at home.
It's at home, man. They're going to blow the roof out that thing.
And that probably is one of the best arenas in the NBA because they get crumbled.
Like college. Like college.
It's ridiculous up and down. 73 will be done tomorrow. Again, guys, in 2 weeks, man, the NFL draft. I can't wait. Had a young man here yesterday. Shout out to Brian Randolph, man. Hopefully, it just tell you they don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? You read these publications, they say he a 4.6, he ran a 4.4.
Mel Kiper is a dummy.
Yeah, he bench pressed 31 times in 225. Kid's, one of my favorite players of all time, man. So.
Oh, man, just came across the wire, man. Josh Gordon's petition for reinstatement denied.
It was denied.
He's done.
Come on, dog.
He missed. He didn't get. He went all last year, no paycheck.
Yeah.
Now he won't be playing in the NFL again this year.
He has another chance in August to get his reinstatement.
They're not gonna let him in.
Yeah.
Hard out here.
Because he's smoking too hard.
Man. Dog,
he must get the really good weed.
You know,
he got that weed.
He got the really good weed. For you to keep failing drug tests.
I mean, but what's crazy is the fact that they're gonna drug test you out. I mean, they can drug test you like every day.
The weed's so good, he doesn't have to get millions. It's like
I
want the weed.
I'd rather be broke.
Hey man,
I would rather be broke.
Hope he say the ends he's made in the NFL, man.
Nah, the Kona dude got that.
Come on, Josh.
Yeah, man.
I mean, because he's a talented player,
dog,
and they want him to play.
A beast, dog.
They want him to play, but he
can't get right, man.
Can't get right. And you can't move to Colorado. They test out there too, son.
But the thing about it, I mean, just look at maybe you need to go on a sabbatical like Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams, the most famous weed smoker ever in the NFL.
Yeah, but he knew how to do it.
No, he just took a couple of years off.
When he
lived in the woods. And when he smoked himself to death, he was like, all right, time to come back.
He had that whole 60 Minutes about him, too.
Yeah. Hey, what did weed do to your teeth?
Not good. Nothing good.
So you can have a jacked up grill, too. Hey, man, we want to thank everybody. Hey, thanks to our guest, Tony Ballard. Was excellent, man. Made us extend because the knowledge he knows about quarterback was incredible, man. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Shay. Thank you, Doc.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mace.
Yes, sir.
We'll see y'all next week. The Crush right back here.
We gone, man.
See y'all. Yep. Peace.